Kepler 58b had many names in the 20 years since its discovery. Scientists called it the anomaly. Military commanders referred to it as the grinder. Colonists whispered the devourer. But Lieutenant Maya Chen simply called it hell. Maya stared through the viewport of her habitat module as acid rain pounded against the reinforced glass. 347 days she had survived on this planet, longer than anyone else in human history. The previous record holder had barely made it to 200 before Kepler's ecosystem had found his weakness. Status reports, said the emotionless voice of Mission Control, transmitted across 12 light-years with the quantum relay. Lieutenant Chen, confirm life signs. Maya pressed her thumb against the biometric reader. Still breathing. Still sane. Mostly. Silence followed. Then, remarkable. You continue to exceed expectations, Lieutenant. Maya snorted. No one had expected her to survive this long. She was the 7th solo mission to Kepler 58b, and the previous 6 had all ended in gruesome failure. Before them, 3 colony expeditions with over 2,000 settlers combined had been completely wiped out. The planet seemed determined to reject human presence by any means necessary. The atmospheric analyzer has completed its 3-month sampling, Maya said, uploading the data to the relay. You're not going to like what it found. More silence. Mission Control was reviewing the information. Kepler 58b shouldn't exist, at least not according to conventional planetary science. Its atmosphere randomly shifted composition in patterns that defied natural law. Its geology rearranged itself when unobserved. Local organisms appeared to coordinate across vast distances without any detectable communication mechanism. Lieutenant Chen, Mission Control, finally responded. These readings suggest conscious intent. I've been telling you that for months, Maya said, checking the seals on her envirosuit. The daily maintenance routine had become almost meditative. This planet isn't just hostile, it's actively hunting. The first colony had been destroyed by a sudden microbiological bloom that ate through environmental suits in seconds. The second was hit by inexplicable tectonic activity that created a sinkhole under their main habitat. The third suffered mass psychosis after local spores infiltrated their air supply. Solo missions fared no better. Each expert sent to study the planet, geologists, biologists, atmospheric scientists, had died within months, each from a threat specifically targeting their area of expertise. Almost as if the planet were learning. Maya was different. She wasn't a specialist, but a survivor, a military officer with wilderness training who had lived through 3 crash landings and an alien prison camp before volunteering for what many considered a suicide mission. Your hypothesis may be correct, Mission Control conceded. The algorithmic patterns in atmospheric shift correlate with your movements. The planet appears to be studying you. Maya checked the reinforced door of her habitat. The external sensors showed nothing unusual, just the toxic rain and swirling orange clouds. But she knew better than to trust sensors on Kepler 58b. I'm still here because I don't have a pattern, she said, pulling a small charred object from her pocket, a chess piece. A knight salvaged from the wreckage of Colony 2. Every day, I'd change my routine. Random sleep cycles. Unpredictable exploration routes. Varying food consumption. The planet can't anticipate what I'll do because I don't know myself. This was her edge. The planet, or whatever intelligence controlled it, seemed to adapt to patterns. Every previous mission followed protocols, schedules, scientific methodologies. Predictable behavior that Kepler 58b eventually exploited. The extraction team is still 6 weeks out, Mission Control informed her. Can you maintain this strategy? Maya watched as the rain outside suddenly shifted from acidic yellow to a blood-red color, a change that shouldn't be chemically possible without transition. I have to. But there's something else you should know. She transmitted images from her latest expedition structures, half buried in Kepler's shifting soil. Not human structures from failed colonies. Something older. Angular geometries that hurt the eyes when viewed directly. "We're not the first to come here," she continued, "and I don't think we're the first to fail. These ruins, they're not just buildings. They're testing chambers, observation facilities. This whole planet is an experiment." Silence stretched longer this time. "Finally, extraction is now priority alpha. Hold position and minimize exposure." Maya laughed, a sound that echoed strangely in her small habitat. "That's exactly what it wants. Patterns. Predictability." She secured her EnviroSuit helmet. "I'm going out there." "Lieutenant Chen, that's a direct violation of—" "The planet expects me to hide," Maya interrupted. "So I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to the central structure I found. There's something there. Something important." Maya stepped into the airlock as Mission Control continued protesting. She had survived this long by being unpredictable, even to herself. The atmosphere outside would try to corrode her suit. The ground might attempt to swallow her. Native organisms would certainly try to breach her defenses. But for the first time, Maya wasn't running from Kepler 58b. She was challenging it directly. As the outer door hissed open, revealing the hellish landscape, she whispered to the planet itself, "You've been testing us. Now I'm testing you." The rain suddenly stopped. The wind died. For a moment, the entire ecosystem seemed to hold its breath. Maya took her first step onto the suddenly dry ground. Behind her, sensors in the habitat registered atmospheric changes, rippling outward from her position, like concentric rings, as if the planet were focusing its attention entirely on her. Somewhere within the ancient structure ahead lay answers. Whether they were left by previous victims, or by whatever had turned Kepler 58b into this elaborate death trap, Maya didn't know. But as the only human to survive this world for nearly a year, she had earned the right to find out. And perhaps, in understanding why this death world existed, she might finally discover how to truly beat it. The ground trembled slightly beneath her feet, not threatening, but almost like anticipation. Kepler 58b had found a worthy opponent at last.